Hey everyone, welcome to the Grimm Show. I'm Mr. Grimm, GrimmStitchFactory.com, and welcome to the Halloween edition. We have a huge show for you today. Lots of stuff to do. We got trick-or-treating advice from readers. We got the usual mask assortment of new stuff to show you, new product and designs, and we got some special news. So yeah, we got a nice little show all set up for the Grimm Show. So let's move right into it with advice from the readers. Being the Halloween edition, being Halloween, we want to make sure that all you and your trick-or-treating families are all going to be safe out there on the streets. So we got some advice from readers, and it's always a good fun, always a good chuckle to get to hear what they have to say. So let's move right into it. Here we go. All right. We have Bill Watusi from Bridgeport, Connecticut. Watusi, that's a dance, isn't it? Isn't that a dance? The Watusi? Yeah. Anyway, Bill Watusi writes, Dear Mr. Grimm, I'm a little bit of an expert when it comes to buying candy. One thing you never want to do is to buy candy off of Craigslist. Yeah, there's Billy driving the porcelain bus. I remember when driving the porcelain bus was a nickel and 3 shots of vodka. So yeah, you don't want to do that. The old porcelain bus. Had a season's pass. Oh, never mind. All right, let's get on with it here. Lisa from Frostproof, Florida. You know Frostproof? You know why they call it Frostproof? Because they grow oranges there. It's true. You can check it up on Wikipedia or Grimpedia. Anyway, Lisa writes, if your child is out trick-or-treating and you're with them and they see a chocolate bar on the ground, you may want to just intervene because that chocolate bar may not be what it looks like. Yeah, there's old Pooch. He did a number 2, and if your kid picks that up and eats it, they're going to be doing number 2. Probably not before you get home. Old Poochie. All right, let's move on here. Larry from Texarkana writes, Dear Mr. Grimm, I've got some experience with kids' costumes, as I have 4 children, and my best advice is to never dress your child up as a bank robber with a gun and then march him into a bank for candy. I think this one speaks for itself, really, don't you folks? Yeah. Get a Winchester in the ass. Winchester's a rifle for you youngins. Anyway, keep it quiet out there. Let's move on, you animals. Helen from Georgia. She writes, Dear Mr. Grimm, sometimes kids like to pick their own costumes, and that's had some not so beneficial results in our house. Last year, our kid, Larry, decided to DIY his own costume as an electrician. That's little Larry. And of course, it didn't work out so well. That's what's left of it's Larry. Larry. Yes. Yeah. So kids, all I can say is maybe you want parents, sometimes you just got to drop the hammer and, decide on the costumes yourself, because kids don't always know what's good for them. And when you're out trick-or-treating, stay on the sidewalks, wear something bright colored, wear a light, and be safe. Okay, let's move on with the rest of the show here, and we're going to move into the mask section. I got 4 masks to show you this time, 4 masks. And we're going to start off with one of my favorites, one of my favorite masks, and that is this one. There he is. Nice. This is the Cornfield Frankenstein. This is one of my favorite masks. It's a big, thick, heavy-duty mask. You can hear this. Yeah, it's a beast. It's a beast of a mask. I love this one. And I love it because it's got that creepy look. And if you put it on somebody who's really tall and they're looking down on people, it's really nice. And I make it with a variety of different burlaps. You can see all the work that goes into it there. Different colors. Yeah. Really big, thick. Now, the reason I want to show you this mask to start, and others, is because for 2020 we got a new design happening, okay? And that design is masks are going to come in 2 parts. You got the head, and you got the collar. Okay? So that's what you get. Velcros around the neck. Okay? And then your mask sits on top of it like a lid on a jar. Now the advantage to this is pretty obvious, really. You can turn your head without moving the chest piece. Now, if you're like Mr. Grimm, I don't wear a chest piece, so you don't even need to wear it. Okay? So you have costume options now, because some people don't need a chest piece with their costume. Some people do. Now you have a costume option. So you can just wear the mask, because the mask goes down to the collarbone anyway, and it's all ripped and shredded like that. Okay? There we go. So that's the Cornfield Frankenstein. You can check him out on my website. He's a main staple on that website. Next, I'm going to show you this one here. I get some calls for half masks. I don't make them much anymore. They're not really that popular, but I thought I'd show them to you just because, you know, I have one handy. And here it is. That's a half mask. This is like a half mask version of the Corn Man. So the idea here was that these are good for people. If you're going to wear a hoodie, you know, like kind of like a purge type of thing, you want to get a half mask because you don't need the full mask. Half mask, and it's got a spandex strap, keeps it snug to the face. Okay, next one. This is another one. I just finished this one, and it's a custom job. Now, customs come in two forms. You can either give me your own design, or you can pick 2 masks or 3 masks that I make and hybrid them together like this guy did. Okay? So he liked the Ravager, but he wanted Field Creeper hair on it. And there we go. So we make the 2. Again, we've got the mask coming down to the collarbone, and it comes with a matching chest piece that fits under it, lid on a jar, boom, it goes under, and you can elect to wear it like that if you wish. Okay? Now, I can, you know, if you like the old way, if you like the whole one piece, I can do that as well. It's really an option. I'm giving you 2 different choices depending upon what you like and what maybe suits your costume. So there is that option for 2020. I'm going to put in there. Now, Halloween may be over and the rush is ended, but Mr. Grimm is just starting to work. I still got orders going into November and December, and during this time, I need to start designing some new masks for 2020. Now, if you've been looking at my Facebook, you've already seen this bad boy. I really like this guy. He's one, I'm not sure if this is the final design, but I like the way, direction it's going. Now, the advantage of this is it's just a helmet-type mask. And the advantage here is that this. So when you're wearing it, you can see your lower jaw moving when you're talking. Hey, you kids, get out of my damn cherry tree. Go play in the mud patch. I think it'll be a big hit. I really do. I think people are going to love this. You know, because they can decorate their lower jaw, put in big fangs or something, have blood coming out, and you can eat, drink, no problem. So, again, I have no idea what he's going to be called or if this is the final design, but I like where it's going. Now, you'll notice here, one thing I'm really proud of here, and I like the nose on this bad boy is actually deer hide. So it's deer hide. It's really hard. Now, again, you get into like the teeth. The teeth are something I love. Those teeth, like a lot of my masks with teeth, they're all hand laid one at a time and mold sculpted on there. I don't cast anything. This is not a casted plate that I just glue in. No, 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 no. Everything is built up and sculpted with tools. And then I finish it to give it that zombie look, rotted and decayed look. The teeth are acrylic. Anyway, so this is a new mask, a direction I might go in for 2020, expect something to look like this, because I think it's a really cool design. Anyway, that's the new masks I wanted to show you guys. Hope you liked them. Hope you liked them. Now for the big news. If you've been following me on Facebook, you already know what that news is. 2020, March, I'm going back to Trans World Halloween Trade Show in St. Louis, Missouri. That's right, I haven't been there for 4 years, but I'm making an appearance again. And it is going to be a blast, just like every other time I've been there. So if you're a vendor, mask maker, props, animatronics, and we know each other and communicate, drop by, let's talk, let's have some fun, let's hook up later. And if you're a customer, a fan, a haunter, and haven't actually physically seen my work, do drop by my booth. Let's talk. I'll show you some masks. Maybe you can buy one because I'm going to have some originals there. And you can always bring me a coffee and some food. Because I'm alone in there. I can't get out. I'm stuck in there. Anyway, so Transworld, March 2020. Check it out. I'm going to be there. And that's the big news for the show. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. And as always, thank you very much for watching me on Facebook, for tuning in on YouTube. Your kind words, your comments, your patronage. I love the fact that you love what I love to do, and it's greatly, greatly appreciated. Thank you very much, everybody. Thanks for tuning into The Grimm Show, and have a happy, wonderful, scary Halloween.